and here I am in your state,
Yeah.
16 years later. Oh my God.
Yeah. You moved here because you got on YouTube one day.
Truly.
Right.
So lately, I've been hankering for a collab. I'm thinking back to my time on YouTube. In 2009, after all my local friends moved away, I took a road trip
by myself in my station wagon across the United States.
It was about 9,000 miles, and on that road trip, I bought myself a flip cam. I returned home, got bronchitis, and vegged out watching cute animal videos on YouTube. That led me to this one.
Fortunately, John has spent most of the day in the doggy hospital. Oh, not the doggy hospital! Willie is okay, don't worry. But Willie is also, adorably injured. This is probably the most adorable broken foot that you've ever seen. Here it is. Oh my God. So that's why John's excused, because his puppy has a peg leg. Just a question to John, can you get an eye patch?
It took me a little bit to piece together what was going on, but I soon figured out that this guy, Hank Green, was making videos back and forth with his brother, John Green, and that a bunch of people were doing this thing, video blogging. And I decided that I wanted to start doing this myself.
Hey, I'm Emily. I'm an artist and a substitute teacher. I live in Troy, New York, which is a small city, yet still has some great nature. I have a cat and a guinea pig and some hens.
And soon enough, I would make some friends on YouTube who would become my friends in real life as well.
Maybe you and I could do a video response to that video.
Oh, sweet. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's give her an award.
Hey boys, what's up?
We decided we're going to give you an award for your meme.
I guess I didn't make any rules about giving me an award, but you had to pick a category. That's how the whole meme works.
I knew we should have thought this through more carefully. We fail.
No, I got the category, man. Don't even worry about it.
Good, what is it?
Check it out. The vlogger with the best army of chickens.
Oh, that's perfect!
I know, and I just thought of it.
You guys know I only have one chicken, right?
Shh, Emily, we're discussing your prize.
We can mail her a hug!
That's the best idea ever!
Here you go, Cody.
That was fast. Whoa! So how long did it take to deliver this hug?
About 40 minutes.
A little bit shorter than last time.
About 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say. Come on in.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for coming and doing this with me. I want to know a little bit about your memories about first getting on YouTube. I met Justin first. I met Cody through Justin. Mm-hmm. But you guys had so many people in your area that were doing YouTube. What was your first understanding of like vlogging and how did you get involved?
That summer of 2009, there was a guy in the Selinsgrove area who was back from college named Mike. I guess I won't use his last name, but Mike was 22tone22 on YouTube, and he decided that summer that he was going to vlog every day for that summer. And I had known Mike through mutual friends. He had a sort of video project in high school that I liked a lot called Cuckoo Productions, and so I always kind of admired Mike and liked his creative outlet and his creative process. So followed along with him on that summer, and then slowly like people around him started doing vlogs as well on YouTube. So like there was Crystal, there was Brian, there was Jeff, there was AJ and Bill, and it was just like this flood of people in the area that just started doing this YouTube thing. And I'm like, I like to do stuff too. I like to be included. And so in June, late June, I started it as well. And I started doing a video every day of my life for a year. that year. Do you remember when you started to get involved as well?
I don't know the exact pinpoint time. You've probably been doing it for a couple of weeks at least. You were doing the everyday thing, and I was like, I don't want to do that. But I was starting to watch more YouTube video blogs and seeing some more creative kind of outlets, and I was like, well, I'd like to do some more of that. Like, I would, instead of doing like life stuff, I wanted to like have videos that, you know, were either like telling a story or I was doing something with a topic, but I wanted to do it like on my own terms. Like I was looking for a new hobby. I've always been like a hobbyist. Like I find that new thing that I like to tinker with. I get obsessed with it for a while and then it falls off. And that was it. At the time, I was like, Justin's doing video blogs. All these other guys are doing video blogs. I'm gonna do it too.
Did I mention Brian too? I don't know if I mentioned Brian.
I think you said Brian.
I did at least at the beginning, but so Cody and I ended up moving in together about October, November. And we lived with...
And how long into your year-long project was that?
Let's see, June to November, so 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
And we ended up living with 2 other of our friends, and that became sort of part of the YouTube experience as well, having these extra guys, sort of a sitcom-style feeling about it.
Show me that smile again.
Show me that smile.
I would say it didn't take you very long because you made the one I remember early on was the Don't Double Dip video that you did with Jay.
Did you or did you not just double dip?
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and Jay and Lindsay were living in that.
And we
apartment
referenced
at the
that
time.
in our first video as well.
Yeah.
Right.
The public service announcement?
Oh yeah, the double dip one.
That's the one. You know, Cody makes so many funny videos.
Yeah, it definitely didn't take you very long.
I would say you were probably like maybe 2-3 weeks in when I tried my first video.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was just some real simple stuff I was doing in my bedroom.
I feel like I'm like, was it a day 114? I don't know. I remember like I did not understand what you were doing, and you were somebody like I think we both were maybe in the same YouTube vlogger group or something. And that's how we met. And then you just always left really thoughtful comments. And I'm like, oh, who is this guy? And then I click through. It's like, oh, you're doing this as well. But you're doing it in this like very intense daily way. And that's where I first got introduced to Cody. I think it was in one of your sitcom videos.
Yeah.
I don't recall exactly where I found you or how what the thread was. I remember Shub17 being this sort of little bit higher tier, and he was like this young 16-year-old YouTuber who was gaining a bit of a popular following, and he gave me my first shout out, and I think he was giving people shout outs at that time, and so I believe that was sort of the thread to get to you. I know at that time I was just trying to find people who were also doing videos, and so that I could grow my own sort of friendship and like get people to come to me and be like, comment on my stuff too, because you know I wanted the attention, obviously.
It's lonely to post things with nobody comments.
Yeah.
But I thought that you knew who I was, and that December when I got sick for like 3 or 4 days, I had asked several people to fill in for me, and you were one of the people I had asked because I thought you followed me as well or something like that. And I don't think you quite knew who I was, or maybe you did and it wasn't much. But that was our first sort of like real world interaction, maybe. Instead of like comment to comment, it was more like maybe I think I messaged you and we set up something that you would just fill in for me.
Yeah, I like don't know whether or not I had watched some of your videos at that point. Like probably I had, but did I really understand what was happening? You wanted me to fill in for you. I'm like, okay, I'll do this, sure.
Yeah, it's 2009, so it's quite a long time ago.
And like soon enough, we had a sort of like YouTube group of friends, and we would all video chat with one another.
Tiny Chat
Tiny Chat
was the original Zoom.
Yeah.
And Skype was the original video call or FaceTime? Yeah, FaceTime. Yeah, those were late nights, often to 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Because some of our pals were from the East or the West Coast, so they were always 3 hours behind. So by the time that they were ready to get on with us, our time was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Because a lot of them were still either in late high school or early college.
Have classes.
Yeah. And I had just graduated the year before, 2008, from college. So I was sort of just getting my feet into my career.
Yeah. I think it was probably on Tiny Chat that I was like, wait a minute, you guys, you don't live all that far away.
Probably at one point during those
It's only
conversations.
a 5-hour drive. Why don't you go come on up and visit me?
Yeah.
Well, before we visited you, we did that the February 14th Valentine's Day video you and I did.
Before
we visited you. We visited you in April.
Oh,
Y'all
because
had
it was
the date.
it was totally separate. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in your house and he was in
I'm
Jay
thinking
and
about
Lindsay's.
the one that we made after, like, at my apartment.
After last year, I wasn't sure if you were ready for such a serious collaboration.
But that was
That was
our
the sequel.
second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love at First Download was our first one, I believe.
You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. You're looking rather dapper yourself.
Yeah, that was great.
It was just
And you wrote that script. And I wrote this one.
a Valentine's Day video where we were going on just a date, but it was back and forth, and we were eating spaghetti. We referenced the only
double dip video.
The only time it's okay to double dip is when you're kissing somebody,
Right.
and it was just a very sensually charged video that was like it had references to video editing and like double entendres for video logs and uploading YouTube and all that stuff, and it was fun.
It was fun.
It was an interesting time because at that point, with us connecting with Emily and other people that we were finding through, I guess, the Nerd Fighter community of people, if we want to talk about that was people who found the Vlog Brothers and loved them. I think it's where a lot of people that we met online.
That's where a lot of
people,
people, not me, found each
Yeah.
other. I didn't know
That's how I
really who
discovered
they
vlogging.
were. Oh, not the doggy hospital! Who the
Yeah.
Vlog Brothers were until
Yeah.
probably much later, because Emily was kind of introduced me to them.
Oh, okay. It was Emily that introduced us to them. And that then would have got me hooked on Wheezy Waiter. I was obsessed with that guy. But once we started connecting with all these people across the country, then it seemed like there was this like lifestyle
Yeah.
where we're making videos that are like double entendres on
Yeah.
romance and video editing.
Yeah.
Like now there's this culture and we're kind of like ingrained in it, and it's like we're making jokes about how we video blog and how people are using Tiny Chat and like all these ways to like interact is really interesting. Whereas like you would like go outside your home and start interacting with your friends and family in the area. Just like, what are you talking about? Because they weren't.
What are you
that.
doing and why are you doing this?
Yeah.
How much did you get friends who weren't already on YouTube involved in your videos?
What's the question? People that I knew, how did we involve them?
Yeah, like how much, like, it's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, how much did you like pull them
all the
into your
time.
videos?
All the time. Lindsay and Jay were frequently, my niece and her husband, his best friend, frequently, all the time, just bringing them in and using them as extras and please play this part for me, or I would film family functions and get my mom involved, and it was just probably way too much. Probably.
Yeah. For me, there was a lot less other people involved in my channel on YouTube at the time. Justin for sure. Jay would get involved sometimes. I think maybe Lindsay and some like other friends. I didn't really pull family into my videos that I recall. For me though, once I was doing that a bunch, I started getting people outside of YouTube being like, will you film our wedding, or will you or like I have this idea for our short film, like, well, can we film it together? Like Jay got into like making his he was making videos there for a while for
Like,
his
some
church
of
and
the religious
everything.
videos,
So he had like Voice for the Persecuted and like stuff like that. So I was making videos, helping him make videos, like doing stuff like that. So it opened that door, whereas Justin seemed like you could pull in anybody that was close to him. They'd be willing to do a video. Like we had Thad, Jay, Lindsay, your mom even. You did videos with your mom. Like you had all kinds of people that would do these videos with you.
I brought in my mom and my dad for a couple videos. I had my mom talk to me about apples, because like we're both from like New York State, the Big Apple. Like, well, I really have a lot of opinions about apples. Like most of my videos were just me, but a few there I did pull in folks. I'm wondering about your memories of our meeting for the first time. We've talked a little bit about the sort of pre-meeting.
Yeah, so I guess to set it up, Cody had started doing Vlog Every Day in April.
Oh, yeah.
There was a series of people who would they started with January, and then the January person passed it on, and Cody took that up, and that's kind of where Cody blew up. Mm-hmm. People really liked Cody's videos at that time, and he gained a kind of a big following at that moment. But I would say probably sometime in April is when we decided that we were going to come visit you, and that kind of coincided with his Vlog Every Day, and so I believe it was the end of April, right?
I couldn't tell you exactly when.
I just remember it.
Time mapping, unfortunately.
I know it was the month of April in the year 2011. 2010. 2010.
Yeah. So I remember being excited because you were such a cool person. And you just had this sort of, I guess, I don't know, creative lifestyle that I really, really admired. And so we were very excited to come up and see you. And it was the first time that I had made that trip. We had another YouTube friend who had come to see us that kind of didn't go all that well. And so that was kind of behind us. But thinking about, like, because you and I had been getting closer, you had been getting to know some of my roommates. And so it was like, we have to meet because this is such a cool budding friendship. That's what I remember from it.
Yeah, at that point I was like doing a lot more travel for work and stuff, and I liked getting out to other places, so the opportunity to meet a friend that I met online in another state was exciting to me. I remember us getting there and getting to meet your chickens. I remember...
Army of chickens.
The army of chickens, yes.
I wore these earrings on purpose.
I'm sure...
Oh, yes!
I'm sure it was some kind of hashtags. Hashtags were all the rage, but hashtag army of chickens or whatever. Yeah, I have memories of us exploring the town, like walking down the streets. I remember you introducing me to Flight of the Conchords, and us watching that. And like, I think you might have talked about who was the cartoon teenager who didn't care about anything.
Daria.
Oh, yeah.
I think you liked Daria. And you made us buckwheat pancakes that I did not think were very good, but I ate them because I didn't want to be rude. Yeah.
They're high in protein.
That weekend, I remember the joke being that we were out of the country because we called New York a different country, or called Troy a different country.
That sounds like us.
So I remember that being the joke. The library that you took us to still is very deeply ingrained in my brain, and how there were like clear floors or glass beautiful. Floors. Oh, yeah. And that walkway up to like the big window. So that was really cool to see. And then the fountain, not fountain, but the lake or the
waterfall.
The waterfall. Yeah. The waterfall. And that was such a cool place to see. So you like took us to some really cool places too. Did we meet your parents on that first trip?
Probably not the first trip.
I do remember going with your parents to places too, and being very excited to meet your parents because your mom and your dad are such like cool people too.
Yeah, we went out to a Chinese buffet when Peter was in town. We all went to my mom's house. Yes. I don't remember the details. Did we also go to my friend's get out of jail party?
I don't remember that.
Completely blank. Yeah.
I feel like that might have been that trip. I don't know.
It could have been. Yeah.
It was an interesting time. Yeah, when I first was like, you guys should come visit me, we had already spent time like on video chat. Like I trusted that you guys were the people I thought you were. And then you showed up and you absolutely were just as lovely as I had already perceived you as. And I just felt so comfortable. And it was like, oh no, these are my friends now. And like then very shortly we like became ingrained in one another's lives. And here I am in your state, 16 years later. Oh my God.
You moved here because you got on YouTube one day.
Truly.
Right.
Truly, I walk around telling teenagers, like, do you know I live here because of YouTube? And they're like, what?
And that was still a time, 2009, 2010 was still a time where it was kind of weird. There was sort of a stigma with online meeting people. Like, I remember my mom, even though I was like 24, 25, I remember my mom trying to be like, you got to be careful. You don't really know these people. And it was like, yeah, I mean, I feel like I do. I talk to these people almost every night. I'm constantly, interacting with them. And like you said, it felt like we knew each other. And when we got to see each other, it really felt like you were who you presented yourself as. So that was really neat.
To his mom's credit, yeah, you do need to be skeptical when you talk to people online. And this could have went a completely different way, but it didn't, and now we're like great friends.
Yeah, yes, it could have blown up in our faces, and we could have been weirdos.
That relates to my next question, thinking about the sort of evolution of video platforms and our own relationship to them in the time since. Like, you don't know who you're chatting with these days. Could they be an AI person? Like, the technology has gotten kind of scary. It could be somebody, like, who is a real human, but the image of them you're seeing is like a sort of AI mask and, like, imitating their movements, but making you think you're talking to Michelle Obama or something.
The evolution, yeah. I remember coming into the pandemic in 2020, and everyone needed to go mobile and use video and go to their meetings via Zoom. Schools were canceled and then going to, classrooms that were digital. And I just remember thinking like, oh, this is going to be easy, And I think a lot of our YouTube friends from back in the day had that same thought of, oh yeah, we got this covered. We know what we're doing. We did this every night for so long. And then you had people who got introduced to Zoom and they just had no idea, like, what do I do with my hands? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, people are just so uncomfortable with that because they never had to be in that, like, be in front of a camera and, like, post themselves and, like, see themselves in a box.
And so, like, the evolution from then to now, I don't know, I do feel like it's strange. I have a joke, about TikTok, like, not quite understanding what TikTok is because I'm 40 and I don't, I'm so old, but it's just like, TikTok is so different from what YouTube was. YouTube was that place where you put, like, long form content or uploaded your skit or your video or whatever, and now it's, what is TikTok, like 60 seconds long, if that?
It can
swipe
be
swipe, and it's
the idea is that it's short form like
right.
that, but they do allow longer form now.
It took me forever to embrace the vertical video instead of the horizontal. I still wanted to do horizontal, but the world had moved on to vertical, so that was a while for me to embrace.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the technology from then to now, definitely, like, huge steps in, like, artificial intelligence and just the ability to automate things or build workflows. Any Joe Schmo now could hop on a computer and find a tool that could have it seamlessly just generate users on platforms and have it, like, saying stuff. Like, it's pretty wild what you can do now. So you definitely have to be much more careful. Scammers are pumping out more than ever, like, abilities to, like, email you and text you and whatever, like, comment on your videos, or, like you said, like, generate whole video where, like, this, you could believe, like, this is an actual person talking to me right now and it's not AI generated. So there is that, like, need to be a little more sure. I don't think a group of people can as easily become friends across the country through, like, YouTube, like we did back then. But I also think that's because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think if you looked at the, like, number of uploads in 2009 and the number of uploads today, I bet it's astronomically higher. Like,
absolutely,
just like billions of hours, like, a day or something is going into.
Yeah, it felt like a special moment.
Yeah.
Because I think YouTube had been around for about 2 years at that time, maybe a little bit longer, and so people hadn't taken advantage of that platform up until maybe 2008, 2009 with the Vlogbrothers, Wheezy Waiter. I don't know exactly when Wheezy Waiter came into it, but Vlogbrothers, I know, were kind of spearheaded that sort of community that existed. And it was sort of, is punk rock the right word to use? Like, counterculture. kids and young adults and teens who didn't feel like they had a place. I feel like a lot of the people that we interacted with sort of had that feeling of like, I don't really feel like I belong anywhere. And when we got together with that group, it sort of felt like, oh, this is where I belong. Yeah. This is the people that I need to be with. So I can't say for sure whether that exists now because I don't really interact a whole lot with the social media video culture. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know, do your students talk about anything like that?
About like meeting people?
Connecting with people through...
There are certain kids that, like, what's the thing? Discord. There are kids who, like, make friends on Discord. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got this boyfriend. He lives in Canada. We met on Discord. Da-da-da. Like, there are definitely kids that are still meeting people online, and certain kids, they meet kids on the games that they play. Like, oh, my best friend, he's from World of Warcraft, whatever it is. I still do see that. I also was thinking about the, like, relationship between TikTok and YouTube. There's something that TikTok does that YouTube used to do and they took away, which is video replies. I felt video replies was a really cool thing that allowed YouTube to function as a social network. Mm-hmm. Okay, like, I've got something to say about this video, and it would like show up in the collection with all the comments. So then it's like you would kind of click, and then they got rid of that. I don't know why, but TikTok features that heavily. You can video reply to somebody's comment, and I feel like
literally stitch it. Like, play this much of their video, and then I'm gonna come in.
Yeah, I think the platform really encourages interaction between its users, which I think is nice. Have I made any friends from TikTok? None I've ever met in real life, but I certainly have mutuals on there.
Yeah. Could be an age thing too, right? Like, we were lower 20s when we hopped on YouTube, so we were, I don't know, I think like as you get older, you kind of like solidify your core group. You've got your career, you've got your hobbies, like whatever. So you're not as like anxious or like eager that when you start interacting with somebody online to be like, new friend, pull them in.
Yeah.
At least that's how I have over the years, because I was that way when we were doing the YouTube thing. I was very much like, new friend, let's go.
Right.
Like, pull them in, they're mine now. Today, like, if somebody started talking to me online, like, I would have like a lovely conversation with them, but I'd just kind of be like, okay, I'm like off to do my thing now.
I gotta go take care of my kid.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna go be a dad, or like, I'm take care of my dog, or like, I've got this.
Pay my mortgage.
Yeah,
make my flower beds. Yeah. So.
Well, you still do video streaming. You evolved into Twitch.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so all of us kind of have an experience with how we've evolved from using YouTube, as YouTube's kind of become television more than a social network. We all kind of branched off into other directions. I've dabbled a little in like TikTok, but I just didn't really love making them, so I didn't keep putting effort into it. But one hobby that has gripped me was doing Twitch, which is live streaming. And what I really like about live streaming with my busy life is I'm not spending all of this time editing anymore. I could be making clips and highlights and stuff like that if I wanted to like push myself out there and try and get subscribers, but I'm doing it as a hobby, so I don't really put in all of that work. But with Twitch, it scratched the itch of, here's something I have to tinker with, I have to tweak it to make my show perform in the box a certain way, and I'm doing things that I was doing alone by myself, but now people might be in my chat to like communicate with me about it, and that's cool. So it's like kind of what YouTube was, where I'm going to put in all this effort to make this video, I'm going to record, I'm going to edit, and then I'm going to push this out, and then people are going to comment, and I'm going to reply to those comments. And Twitch is just like a little more instant gratification, where I'm going to push, like, I put in a bunch of work up front to make my scenes and get my camera right and lighting and all that stuff, but like once that's all done, now it's done. I just get to use it now. Now I just push a live button, and I was going to play this game by myself. Now I'm going to play it on Twitch instead, and people in chat are actually going to help me build content, because they're going to come in and say stuff, and I'm going to react to them, and so it's just like it's a different dynamic than YouTube, where YouTube was very much like you put it out there and then you wait for people to have their thoughts on it. Twitch, you're getting like that live feed of like how they feel about what you're doing or whatever. You're talking to them, and so they like parasocial is like what they call it. And it's where it's like people are they kind of start to feel like they are friends with this person that's on the camera, but like they're kind of not really.
Have you met any of your Twitch chatters?
Yes. So since being on Twitch, I have made people that I would consider my friends. Well, one was just somebody I knew on YouTube and found out he was also on Twitch, and we reconnected that way. That's Feckless Man. Yeah. So Feckless Man has been doing pretty well with Twitch. But let me think. So have I met anybody?
You've gone to some gatherings though, right? With Chris and Kara's group? Or was that not Twitch?
Oh, yes. So yes, that's technically true. That was their podcast, but they do it on Twitch. So it's like both. It's like both worlds. So I have met people because I've gone to gatherings that they have hosted through their platform. So for sure them, and I'm trying to think off the top of my, like who I interact with now. I've had people that we've made plans and they fell through in other states, but I will be meeting with them at some point. So I've definitely made some friends that like there are plans in the works to meet them someday, and we talk a lot like online, like we're chatting outside of Twitch. So it's like one thing. It's like, okay, well, who do I interact with that like acts like they like me, but we only ever talk in chat, you know? And putting that aside and being like, well, who's reaching out to me privately, and I actually am having like conversations with them on voice or video, and there's a few of those. So I have made a few friends that I game with now because of Twitch, or we like have video conversations, or they're in my Discord and like we're communicating that way, like that kind of thing.
I think it's so interesting. There's like a spectrum of like parasocial relationships to friendships. It's not like you're like one or the other. I feel like we start out as a parasocial relationship and then we move into like more of a real friendship. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, especially during COVID, there are ways that like we all only interact online, and it's like, how is that different than anybody else I interact with online? Like I'm kind of filling in the gaps. How much do I know about you in this current moment? I feel like I know you more when I'm sitting in front of you. Yeah, I don't know. Parasocial relationships. Justin, what about you? You have evolved from your YouTube days. You no longer do a daily vlog.
No. Yeah, I did a year and then kind of took some time to do every now and then vlogging. And then I did a couple monthly projects every now and then. But it's mostly around 2012, 2013 is when I sort of stopped doing content. But every now and then I will come back to it. And mostly it's been vacation vlogs where I just make videos daily for my vacation that I'm on. And that sort of scratches the itch of the content creation for what I used to do. The last time that I had last time I had a vlogging project was 2020. So the pandemic hit, and there was not a whole lot to do. You couldn't really go out and hang out with people. You couldn't go to the mall. You couldn't. Who goes to the mall? But you know what I mean. It was hard to be social, and so Jess and I, my wife, we started doing these video projects, and so we made a lot of fun content. We made a work from home office parody. I made a sort of like an old timey, here's how you fight the COVID disease, and here's things to do, and a music video, and so like that scratched the itch as well.
Well, in the music video, you even brought back some people. You got
you
got some friends that we had met on YouTube and stuff to participate in this like music video, which is really cool.
So like every now and then I'll need that itch scratched of creating content on YouTube. So there's no way I'm ever going to do a year's worth of video again. It's just way too hard. But what I like about having the content there still is I can still go back and take a look at like what I was like at 23, 24, 25. And that was like a cool thing to do with Jess is, we watched it together. around when we first started dating, and that led to me doing a month-long video project in 2015. And then at some point, she was like, this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, she was like, can we watch it all again? So we just watched every single video we made. This was before LJ. So at some point, LJ, my son, he is going to want to watch it too. And so I'm going to be able to show him, like, this is what your dad was like at 23, 24, 25. So, I'm looking forward to that.
That's fun. There's nothing that you've seen, like, as you've gone back through that you're like, ooh, maybe I should take that down.
There's a couple things that I have not kept on I put on private because it's like, yeah, my humor is a little bit different.
I've had some pretty significant worldview changes since I was a video blogger, so I took down several videos, but I still have a lot of content out there from those days, and I like that I can look back on those, and I make myself laugh with like some of my videos. So I'm like, I don't know if like a lot of this is funny, but like I like it, and that's cool that I can watch like my own video and be like, this is good.
If it's funny to you, it's definitely funny to other people. Maybe not everybody, but certainly some.
I still think if we had stuck with our bromance, we could have been big.
Yeah, our bromance was definitely a very special project to me. I really enjoyed doing that. It was basically a sitcom of two guys that had they were just friends, but the joke was that it was like they had a romance.
Our bromance!
It was a bromance.
Lots of jealousy and...
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun.
I think that was special to many people.
And it's the one project that keeps coming back. Like, we keep thinking, like, we're done with it, and then Justin comes along, or I come along and go, this idea would be a really good bromance video, and then we, like, might do it. But Justin's usually the one that's the catalyst for that. He'll come along and be like, I have this idea. And I'm always like, let's go. Let's do another Our Bromance.
Yes. I'm here for more of it. Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much for talking. I'm like, well, did I talk at all about my own evolution? I guess not.
Oh, no, yeah. You got
it.
Some years into...
So, yeah, for me, I essentially stopped making YouTube videos around the same time you did, like 2012, 2013. Like, I would upload one, like, every year or every 2 years, one before it had been much, much more frequently than that. And it's been probably a decade since I've uploaded anything to my YouTube channel, though I might upload this. For me, I started making videos again in 2020 because of the pandemic. People are like posting themselves roller skating out in the world, and I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm seeing it on Instagram Reels, and they're all copied from TikTok, and I'm like, okay, let me download this app so I can see the rest of this video because they're getting cut short. So I got on there, and at first I was just posting videos of myself roller skating to like friends only, and eventually I started making like, oh, I can make like a tiny video essay in this format, and I've had a lot of fun with it. But in the past few years, I've more done kind of like a low effort content wherein I record the outfit I wore to work that day and like make a video over the span of 5 days of like just a clip of me on that day.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Or like film myself hula hooping in the outfit I wore to work that day, whatever it is. And I've also lately been trying to do more where it's like I'm hula hooping to my own music and just kind of like putting out whatever. But I have had the same amount of subscribers on TikTok since I first blew up. Like, one person liked my video who had a much bigger following than me, and then suddenly I had 7,000 subscribers, and that was it. Like, every now and then I get 1 or 2 more. I've never reached 10,000 where they let you make playlists of your content. Other things open up to you then too. I don't care about those other things. I just want playlists. Yeah, TikTok. It's been interesting because even with no subscribers, if you post something publicly, it pushes it out to like 200-300 people. And now that I have 7,000 subscribers, that's how many people view most of my videos. It's like, well, I'm not trying to get big ultimately. I'm just making stuff because it's fun.
Right.
And colorful.
It is very colorful. I live a very colorful life, if it's not obvious. Well, thank you guys so much for coming here and talking to me about our own collective histories of YouTube, social media, video, networking. It's good to be alive and have all of this history shared together.
I am very glad we got a chance to talk about it. It's always a fun and nostalgic and what's the word I'm looking for? great. Let's just say great, because I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It's a great thing to look back on.
Yes.
So thank you for having us here.
Thank you. Do you guys have anything you want to shout out? If I put this on my YouTube, should people find you anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, I just released a poetry book at the beginning of the year. You can find me on Facebook at author Justin Strasser, or my Instagram, I believe, is The Jealous One.
Do you have anything you want to shout out?
I'm a hobby streamer sometimes on Twitch. You can find me at dadcore64. I don't know if I'll be live at that time when you look, but...
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much, and cheers.
Cheers.
Two-tone 22.
Oh, yeah.
And it was TWO2 tone 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know his. Nerdtastic, I could not tell you what Jeff's
It's
numbers are.
9/16, 1986. And then Chaos Ninja 57926.
Chaos Ninja, that's right. She was Chaos Ninja.
I was like,
I'm
I
going to
can't
be
believe
horrible for this because
Purple
I just
Crayon
don't
37.
remember anything. Purple Crayon.
Seals
yeah.
like 6.
Seals like 6. Yeah,
I
I know
love-
it feels like 6.
How many local vloggers there were? Okay, so I am recording now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoopsie daisy.
No, it's fine. I was like, let me just capture this.